And as I just said, President Trump, his exact quote was in his video, he said, among the more than 5,000 pages in this bill, which nobody in Congress has read because of its length and complexity. It's called the COVID relief bill, but it has nothing to do with COVID. This is President Trump's quote. President Trump has said, this bill also allows stimulus checks for the family members of illegal aliens, allowing them to get up to $1,800 each. This is far more than the American people are getting. Despite all of this wasteful spending and much more, the $900 billion package provides hardworking taxpayers with only $600 each in relief payments. It does look like White House officials are saying it is true. It is true that President Trump had previously said that he would support the bill, but apparently he had a change of heart. President Trump is currently tweeting. He's still tweeting right now. As of 12 minutes ago, President Trump is tweeting about the election results, the election fraud, and all of that. Political analysts, they are saying that this might be in response about this whole situation about him challenging elections. But then this is very strange because just before today, President Trump was saying that he would sign the bill as it is. But again, it looks like as of, well, when I started this was about 20 minutes ago. So it looks like as of 40 minutes ago, he has had a change of heart. Let me tell you the reasons, because this is a repeat of what I just said, but for the people that are just joining us, President Trump is refusing to sign the stimulus bill. The House of Representatives passed the bill. The Senate passed the bill. The bill went to President Trump. President Trump is saying that he will not sign the stimulus bill. Again, President Trump is refusing to sign the bill because he says that there's too much money going to special interest. He says that there's too much money going to foreign aid and that there's not enough money for the American people, explicitly saying that he wants to see more money for stimulus checks. He wants to see the amount go from $600 stimulus checks to $2,000 stimulus checks. That's $2,000 per person. So a married couple, he's saying that he wants to see $4,000 in stimulus checks. This is breaking news. Again, he's saying that he refuses to sign this and he wants this to get sent back all over. He wants the whole process to restart from the House of Representatives, to change the legislation, to change the 5,500 pages. He's saying start over. He's saying get rid of all that unnecessary spending, create a new bill, get it voted through the House of Representatives, through the Senate, and then he'll sign it. He's saying if that cannot happen by the time January 20th comes, whether it be the Biden administration or whether Trump still remains in office, this is what he's saying, whether it's the next administration, whether that be his or Biden's, that administration may need to take care of it, because the way it is, he's saying that he will not sign off on the stimulus bill. He's saying that because this stimulus bill was not what he was expecting, nor what the American people are expecting. He's saying that this stimulus bill that got to his desk, that passed the House and the Senate, was different than it was anticipated. He's saying that this stimulus bill is a disgrace. He's saying that the stimulus bill is 5,500 pages long and nobody had the time to read it. The House of Representatives, they had less than 3 hours to read it. They didn't even read it and they voted on it and they passed it. The House of Representatives and the Senate. It got to President Trump's desk. He said he's not signing it. He's saying that this is a COVID relief bill, but it has nothing to do with COVID relief. He's saying that $85.5 million is going to Cambodia in this bill. He's saying that $134 million is going to Burma. He's saying that $1.3 billion is going to Egypt to fund the Egyptian army that has already said and signaled that they will be using that money to buy Russian equipment, Russian military weapons. Obviously, that's not a good thing. He's saying that hundreds of millions of dollars will be going to Central American companies and countries. He's saying that $40 million would be going to the Kennedy Center. He's saying that money would be going to art galleries, the Smithsonian. All of these are not even open. So he's saying that all this money is not even COVID related. He's saying take out the money for the foreign aid, take out the money for the special interests, up the payments to the American people for the stimulus checks. We have not heard anything about his demands for unemployment benefits, Again, that was probably the second biggest complaint that we saw about this stimulus bill. It had no retroactive date. It was only $300 a week. Again, I need to remind you that what they agreed upon previously that was rejected was for up to 19 weeks with the retroactive date for $400 a week. Now that somehow got watered down to $300 a week for less time with no retroactive date. But again, President Trump has not said anything about unemployment benefits. The only thing he said was about the stimulus checks. Okay, that's all I wanted to say. I wanted to give you the breaking news. I'll stick around for about 5 more minutes. I don't want to keep repeating